Disclaimer: this review features a collectible item and it's for adult collectors ages 13 and up only. It is not intended for children. So if you are age 13 or below, please stop watching this video now. Thank you. Hello everyone, Werewolflydia here and welcome back to a new action figure review on my channel. So today I'm continuing on and actually finishing up this short series of only 2 parts from the Warriors of the Zodiac figurines made by McFarlane Toys a long time ago, actually in 2008. So these are really old figurines, but they are really cool. And I already did a review, so the first part of this series was of the Aries and the Taurus figurines or Zodiac sign figurines, and they are up on my channel, so you can go ahead and watch that review if you haven't done that yet. And now I'm here with the other 2 figurines that ever came out in this series, the Gemini and the Cancer. And these are really awesome figurines, and it's really interesting because these 2 do not come with any weapons, while the other 2 did come with weapons, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, so first off, let's take a closer look at the boxes, and after that I will unbox them and show you these guys up close. A heads up, these figurines, since they are pretty old, they did not have that much articulation possibilities back then when these were made, so these figurines aren't as well articulated as the figurines that we have today, but they are still really cool and nice figurines to have on display, or you know, just take some photos of them if you are not that fond of having like super articulated figurines. So yeah, just a heads up. Now let's get into the review. So here is a close-up of the Gemini inside the box. It's a pretty scary looking figurine, and it does need some assembly when you open it, because it's like a two-headed two-headed monster, and they do not have a end, so each end of them have these mouths and arms and whatnot. You guys will be able to see when it's open and assembled, but just a heads up, it does need some assembly when you open it. And there is the background, which is a inserted piece of paper. It does not represent anything, it's not like a scenery or something, but I still like it. I think it looks really cool. And of course, pretty much the whole box is a big blister plastic piece, which is will be a little bit of a pain to open, but you know. And here at the bottom we have this sticker that says Warriors of the Zodiac, ages 14 and up, so this is not a children's toy, it's a collectible item. And over here it says McFarlane Toys, it's an attitude, and we have the McFarlane logo over there. And over here on the side it says Gemini, and we have this cool Zodiac circle with all the signs, and in the middle we have the sign for the Gemini. Now this is the back of the box. Again, we have the same circle, Warriors of the Zodiac, and we have the full figure over here, a picture of it, and it says some assembly required. So as I said before, it says twin figures combined to form one Gemini warrior. Pretty scary, honestly, if you ask me. And we have some stats for the Gemini, and here is the English one, the English stats, so you can pause and read it if you wanted to. And it says basically the same thing in just different languages. The year of the Zodiac, collect all 12. More like collect all 4. And here are the signs for all of the zodiac signs, and we have the first 4. So yes, a review of these 2 are already up on the channel, and I'm doing the review for these 2 now. and some other stuff here and there. But yeah, so that's the box for the Gemini. Now here we have the box for the Cancer and the Cancer figurine, which is a pretty big beast, as you can see. And the boxes are basically the same looking, with the same background over there, same plastic box. It does say the Warriors of the Zodiac over here in the front. And here on the side we have the McFarlane logo, and it says Cancer. And in the Zodiac circle we have the Cancer symbol in the middle. And the back of the box, again the same, there are the constellations as well. A full picture of the Cancer figurine, and here are the stats for him. You can pause and read those if you wanted to, and in different languages as well. And yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing as the other box, so not much else changed. So yeah, that's the Cancer's box. Now let me just unbox them and we'll see the details up close. And I'm back, and as you can see I have unboxed my Gemini and Cancer figurines. Now a quick mention before I start the actual review. Yes, I have assembled basically the two parts of the Gemini, but I don't know, I'm having a hard time like actually keeping them together. I think you might have to actually like push the parts in a little bit more better, but I'm actually afraid to do that because if you saw my previous review of the other two Zodiac warriors from this line, the Aries and Taurus, I mentioned there that these figurines seems to be like really fragile, and I'm actually really afraid that I'm going to break the figurines themselves, or break some parts off, like some of those spikes that they have on, or something on them. So I am actually just going to try to keep them together as best as I can, and not trying to force the joints. So that's that. Otherwise I did not have any parts on these like breaking off, so I did not notice anything missing from them, or nothing broke off so far, but I'm still being really careful with them. So yeah, just a heads up, be careful with these figurines because they do seem to be pretty fragile. And yeah, so I'm going to start off and show you the Gemini, and after that we'll move on to the Cancer. So let's get started. So here is the Gemini, and I'm going to hold it in my hand to be able to show it to you guys, because it is quite a short figurine when it comes to the heights, because as you can see this is like a two-faced worm or something like that, some sort of weird and pretty ugly too creature. So this is one of the faces, I guess. It does not really have a face, we just see this huge mouth full with some pretty wonky but still frightening looking teeth, as you can see. Although I really like it. I think the details and the paint job on these is amazing. I think I might have mentioned that earlier. And up there we see some of the armor. Now the creature itself, as you can see, it's this light gray. Here it is from the bottom, and fades into this brownish color, or actually has brownish colors, and then fades into this green at the top. Maybe that could be like moss or something, since I'm guessing this creature probably goes maybe underneath the ground. Now we have some more really well detailed armor on the arms, some spikes over there, spiky bracelet, and I really like how these spikes actually look like blades, at least to me. And they also have like pretty frightening legs or arms, I'm not sure what to call them. One of them has this giant claw on it, while the other three those have just like simple nails. And this is the other one. It's positioned in a bit of a different way. It's really interesting because on this one it actually has two claws. So I don't know, maybe he broke some of those claws off while moving around. And this is where the two connect. And this was supposed to be like a ball joint, but if I move it too much, the figurine will fall apart. There's also one of these leather strap like things over there. And this is the top. As you can see, we have more of those spikes or blades. They are pretty rubbery, so I am not afraid that these will break, but you know, just in case. And this is the other mouth. You can actually stick like your finger inside. It doesn't go too far in there. You can kind of see inside, but yeah, you can still do that if you wanted to. This one is like trying to grab you or something. It's positioned like this. Pretty funky looking finger over there. And it's holding itself up with this one. So yeah, the armor, as you can see, it's pretty much the same on each of the legs or arms. But yeah, pretty cool. And besides this part that actually moves, and there you go, so you can see how easily this comes out. I'm pretty sure this peg was supposed to like go all the way in there, but I am afraid, again, as I said before, to push it all the way in, because as I'm trying to do so, I think some of these teeth would just break off. They seem to be kind of fragile. So, and the other articulation points on this figure, and I just wants to keep falling apart in my hands. So I'm just going to take it apart. So the other articulation points on these figures are the actual like arms or legs, and they do move. As you can see, they do not move up and down, just from like side to side like this, but they are quite stiff. And the feet, I guess, do move again from side to side, as you can see. So it kind of helps you position the figurine when you are trying to make it stand on its own, because it can stand on his own, but that's as far as it goes. And it's the same on this one. You can move the feet and the leg, as you can see. So yeah, not super articulated as we are used to with these figurines, but I'm just not a big fan that you can't really like push this all the way in so that the figurine wouldn't fall apart. But yeah, otherwise a really cool figurine, the Gemini. Now here we have the Cancer, and it's basically like a crab, because you know it's the Cancer. And what my mother told me when I showed her these figurines, when I opened them, is that it reminds her of a old dude with beard, and I say that it also reminds me of like a type of like a samurai. So maybe that's what they were going for, actually, with the head and the armor pieces. It kind of looks like, and this part it does look like a beard. Yeah, it gives you the vibe of a old samurai warrior, which is pretty cool. And it's a fun concept. So here we have a close-up of the face, which is pretty scary and fierce. We can see some eyes underneath there, and I really love how he has like a double row of teeth over there, and the beard part, which is like this grayish white color. Also these side things, I'm not sure what to call them. So yeah, pretty nicely sculpted. Now this top part, kind of, as I said before, kind of reminds me of a helmet. It has this really awesome silver-like little stone here in the front, as you can see. It's quite shiny as well. And there is this triple layers of spikes all over, and it does go around, as you can see. Here is a shot of the back. And you have to be careful because these little spikes seem to be quite sharp as well, so you can prick your finger. And there is also this pretty awesome top part. So yeah, really nicely sculpted, again, really nicely detailed. I just actually noticed these little spikes over there underneath the helmet piece, as I'm calling it. Really like how his skin is all like this, not sure what to call it, like bubbly. It's not like smooth. It does remind you like he came out of a lake or the ocean or something, because we don't know what kind of crab it is. These shoulder pieces are really awesome as well. Bunch of details. Really like these high, quite prickly again. You have to be careful, quite sharp pieces. This is the front. You can kind of see his belly over here. More of those sharp little spikes. And this is like a belt piece, again with one of those little, I'm guessing those were supposed to like represent like pearls. We have over there too on the sides. And this is the back. Really cool looking. Some more armor pieces. And it's really cool because one of his hands he's holding this like U-shaped type of weapon, as you can see. There's also this sharp thorn-like thing over here. He's actually like wearing a glove or something from the looks of it. While on the other hand, so basically his other hand is actually like crab pincers. And really cool design, armor-like design on these as well. Again, pretty sharp. And you can actually move this top part which kind of moves to the sides, so it's like on a ball joint, as you can see. So you can pretty easily move this one. It's not stiff at all, but you cannot move this hand, so only this top part of the pincers. And here are the legs, again full of spikes, and a really nice armor piece over there too. Also included the two little bead designs, and I really like the toes, I guess I could call them that. Again, really reminds you of how it is in the ocean or a bottom of a lake. And this is how it looks from the back, so full of armor. And you can also move it from the knees, but only to the sides, so it goes like that on both sides. And that's about it for the articulation. So only these legs and this little part moves, nothing else moves on this figure. But I think it's the most prickliest one out of all of the Zodiac warriors, in my opinion. So yeah, pretty cool, a Cancer samurai. And that's about it for this review of the warriors of the Zodiac from McFarlane Toys, the Gemini and the Cancer. If you like my review, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment down below what do you think of these figurines. If you have them in your collection, what's your opinion of them, and if you also think that these figures are way more fragile than they should be. And overall, just what do you think of these or the other two that I did reviews on. And also, if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see other action figure reviews and other kind of toy and doll reviews on my channel. I also have a Facebook page. The link will appear on the screen and you can go ahead and like it if you haven't done that yet. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next review. Bye!